line. He almost goes from one diamond to the lacrosse field. And he currently is playing on a soccer challenge team. I wish it was football. He's into more chores now in the yard, cleaning up after his dogs. But he does complain about it a little bit, I understand, which is natural. And I understand also he's got a very good start to 4th grade. Grades are doing quite well. You're doing quite well, Josue. We're real proud of you. Vanessa, a year of, I wrote it down here as a year of chaos. The chandelier falls on the floor, you come in from vacation, the dogs are running out, almost knock you over. You get into a car accident, not your fault. Of course, you got a new car out of it. And then some.
Not bad.
And you went through the tragedies of hurricanes in Puerto Rico.
For a while, not knowing how your parents were. All the news in the States were pretty dire.
And thankfully, they've come out of it pretty well. Still out without electricity, believe it or not.
Wow.
They do have generators, right? They do have generators, but at least they're getting close, I understand, to getting electricity in their place within the next few days, week or so.
Close.
Tanner, big year, graduate of East Carolina. Sister's getting married next year. I don't know the month, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in terms of this. But your sister's getting married. Are you in the bridal party?
Yep.
We both are.
I'll get to you. Don't be jumping. Too bad about the darn Packers. But
And the Cowboys.
Hey, he'll get to him.
Don't get to me.
he's not a Cowboy guy. When I was writing this, I was going to congratulate you. This is about 3 days ago, on your job at Embassy Suites. I had to scratch that out for a job selling boats. I hope you understand that one of the best days in a guy's life is when he buys the boat from you. The next day, he'd like to come over and kick you right in the rear end. So it's going to be a challenging job, but congratulations on getting it.
Thank you.
I'm exaggerating somewhat, but not a lot, on the love-hate with a boat owner. But we're proud of you, very proud of you. Madison, I actually, I think it was Thursday, read again your Family Matters project, and it was terrific. Well, it made me proud, as you've done almost all your life. Notice I have to say almost all your life. Of course, a graduate from ECU in a job that you just love. I can't imagine somebody loves the job the way you do. I liked some of my jobs, but I can't say that I was in love with them like you are, but it's
Corporate jets.
it's great. It's great, and you're great, and the way you treat everybody, especially your grandma, is special. Extra special. Bobby. Everybody calls it a gun, but us Marines, ex-Marines, don't call them guns. They're
His
weapons.
biceps? His biceps, you mean?
They're weapons.
Sun's out, guns out.
Don't call this pistol. You can call it a pistol, but you don't call it a gun. This is my rifle, this is my gun. This is for pleasure, this is for fun. Anyway, he bought a gun, a weapon, I'd like to say it's to protect Christy and Sophia, but I think it was for his own edification of him, his manliness.
I think it was protect me from Christy.
Why I told you to get some blanks when you're walking around with it. She's there. He was there this past summer when I had the situation. I guess it was me passing out from heat. But who knows, nobody knew it was heat at the time. They thought it was heart or whatever it could have been. But he was Johnny on the spot. Knew what to do, was calm, as he always is, as he was with Ginny a year ago. He's protected the both of us very, very well, as he does with our daughter sitting right next to him.
But he doesn't want to be left with her parents anymore.
Doesn't want to be left alone with their parents anymore.
No more alone.
It doesn't end well.
Christy, I was going to say it's an unusual year, but in her case it's pretty normal what goes on with her. Chaos, confusion, tragic thing a month and a half or so ago. But she's always around, always with a smile. Very, sometimes down, but usually up, which is terrific. Can't stand her boss, but how many people can like their boss? And hangs around,
Oh, I didn't know that.
hangs around with a great group of girlfriends, I must say that, who are supportive of her, from what I can tell, and are just good folks. They're good to us, Ginny and I. Sophia, you want to come down? I'll get to her whenever.
Grandma.
I think I hear her.
Grandma's
She might come. Go, Sean.
She's all right. Sean, you're at your high point now. You just bought the boat,
I didn't
and
know.
you got a nice slip, I understand.
Yes.
Let's hope, although you're not dealing with salt water, but still, boats are boats. One never knows. But congratulations on that. It's a big investment.
Is
And I
it a
know
pontoon?
you bought it, as when I first bought our boat, I really bought it for Maddie and Anthony. And I know you bought yours for,
Vanessa.
Good answer.
Right. Dylan, also a graduate of ECU. It's monotonous. Everybody at this table is a graduate of ECU. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 5?
4 or 5.
Soon to be.
Soon to be
Soon
7.
to be 7.
Seven. Just wait 'em out, or-
Kind of.
Natalie.
Natalie.
Going flying high, Sean, with his job, doing real well. He was even got more, I understand, from his.
You going back to that?
Wait,
Flip
what?
back to Sean.
I never left Sean.
Okay.
Yeah, you-
Oh, you're right. I was on Dylan. Dylan just graduated.
Where was Sean flying high?
2 or 3. Well, he is flying
Did you
high.
graduate ECU
He
too?
got his,
Dad doesn't know where he
he
paid
got
the
his
tuition.
Christmas
Yeah.
deal or his year-end deal,
Oh boy.
and it was even higher than what the target was.
Hey.
And I'm sure he's going to be really
Congratulations.
challenged with the new tax laws coming into
Oh, yeah.
effect.
breaks.
Just understanding them
4 hours.
and
I
how
thought
he
it was
can
tax breaks.
how he can
Wait, what was
cheat
that
the
thing you
government
did?
out of more money.
My
I
career.
didn't,
His career, his
But
tax
you-
Tax
career.
reform.
you got a promotion? I didn't hear what he said.
No, his bonus.
Oh.
Slip back.
He got more.
Higher
It was more than expected.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
You're not the only one, Madison.
I just couldn't hear. I couldn't hear.
Vanessa spending already.
And back to Dylan, graduate ECU. The last couple of years really do, I don't know what his last semester's grades were, but I assume they were great. I know the semester before, they were fantastic. I assume they're good this last semester.
Good enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say what you call good enough.
Yeah.
Now
You got
out
the
on
paper,
his,
right?
Not yet.
now
Billy
out
did.
on his, just pursuing his job hunting duties, which of course Maddie and Tanner can relate very well to.
Well, I can.
Got 5.5 months to go.
Not really
There
there
is.
as much.
I think one
I
bad
have-
thing
I
that I
started
have
buying
given to
them.
Dylan, he told me this 2 or 3 weeks ago when we were with him at dinner. I gave him a love for Jameson. And that's a good thing
It's been a couple of years.
and maybe a bad thing.
He pretended it was his first time.
Maybe a bad thing. No, it wasn't his first time. He's had it here
Bad.
several times.
Okay, get back to
But
email.
we wish him the best in his job hunting. I'm sure it'll work out.
Thank you.
We love him. Melanie.
Hey.
Joe.
No, we're sitting.
Oh, Joe. I missed Joe. How could I miss
Joe,
him?
Sean got a nice bonus.
No, Joe didn't get a nice bonus, but
Christmas
But-
present.
he did get a terrific job just a couple of days ago. Thursday or Friday, he heard about it. Friday?
Dilly dilly.
Thursday.
Thursday. He heard about it, and he's
Good
been
try.
trying for it. And he was disappointed last September,
But he handled it.
but he stayed with it, stayed positive, thought it could come back to him, and it did. It did come back to him. We had a trip with him, with Joey and Mel, out to see our Anthony in September. And this is really for Melanie, not Joe so much. He spent his whole life with us, more or less. Melanie put up with us, Jenny, for
Right,
5 days, or was it 6, in a row on our California trip. And there wasn't one cross word, there wasn't one
Bull.
raising eyebrows or anything that, at least that I noticed, and my eyesight's pretty
All a
good.
blessing.
We got along extremely well. She put up with Jenny and my slowness and whatever extremely well. She's really something. I know she's frustrated somewhat with her current, aren't we all, with her current job situation. But we all know that given her positivity, her smiles, that too will work out. I know it's gonna happen in February, this heart ball that's coming up. I don't know how much time she spends on it, but I can only imagine.
A lot.
It's a big deal down in Wilmington, being in charge of that. I don't know how many people go to it, several hundred,
450.
450.
About.
451.
for you all.
451.
But it's arranging for all of that. She's even kind of pushing me to go out and get a tux to go to it. I'm not big on tuxes, but I guess I'll have to do it. Natalie. Just came back, not just came back, a few months ago, I guess it is now, 5 or 6 months, from Australia. I think it was Melbourne. Melbourne?
Yes, yes.
For a semester of study. Do you know, this is a question for you, the area of Melbourne, where was it, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, where the car
Or the
ran
man drove through.
ran over folks there? Is that an area that you were around in Melbourne?
Yeah, it was called the Melbourne Square, but if I'm familiar with it, it's really just kind of in the heart of the city.
The heart of the city. Tragic. Good thing you weren't there at that time. It's about another year for graduation. Another ECU grad, pirate, another pirate. Pirate. Sean and Vanessa are getting overwhelmed, and me too. Right.
And just one thing for those that don't know, I don't know if everybody knows that Natalie's gonna be a special needs teacher. That's
Yes.
her,
I've got that.
that's her, okay,
I've
sorry.
got that.
Sorry. I thought
Don't
you
skip
meant Dr.
ahead.
Brian.
A special needs teacher, which is terrific.
He's been prepped.
Okay,
And she spent I don't know how many hours yesterday, but last evening and afternoon at the soup kitchen in Wilmington,
Yeah.
Yes.
In Wilmington,
Downtown Wilmington.
which you've done for 5 or 6 years in a row, with her family, serving meals. Really something. Says a lot about her, without a doubt. Ryan.
Right guy.
Spent a lot of hours this year working at Red Lobster,
ooh, I love this.
which he did not enjoy.
That's it.
Which, according to what he told us,
Your mom makes.
he did not enjoy.
Very true.
And they didn't, people there tipped not very well.
That's an ethnic restaurant.
Very true. Ethnic restaurant, that's to say the least.
He's currently going to Pitt Community, I think for another semester, and hopes to get into ECU again in August. And then it'll be a year and a half or 2 years for him to walk down the aisle. Not with Natalie. With a sheepskin. With a sheepskin.
More time.
With a sheepskin in hand. At least trying to get the sheepskin.
Yeah, that'll be 6 years. They can,
Let's
they
push
can
it,
walk
push
down
it to
the
8 or
aisle.
9.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Easy.
I know he's pushing to be, get involved in construction management. Guess he wants to be in charge of those guys with the hammers and nails. He wants to tell him
Don't
how to
wanna
use
do
the
it.
hammer, how to use the hammer.
Don't want to do
Or
it.
where
just
to
tell
put the
them.
nail, where to put the nail. Yes, and how short or long to saw that board to fit the, what's the term?
We get it.
Blueprint or whatever the heck it is for that. Marcos,
Marco.
no, you're not last. Again, lacrosse player, playing soccer right now on a club, I guess it's a club soccer team that you call it, club. On the honor roll. He's doing a lot of jobs this summer. He mowed people's lawns, and I think he piled rock to make walls
Nice.
and other things around the neighborhood,
Got some good money.
which is terrific.
You didn't even need Ryan to manage you, did you?
And he didn't need Ryan to manage him with all.
He would have taken a cut.
But he's moving on in his life. Next school year, is the last year in junior high. Next year into high school, or middle school, what do they call it?
Middle
Junior
school.
high? Middle school?
Middle
High
school.
Middle school.
right now.
Sorry about that.
Next year he goes to high school.
Next year,
He's in 8th
he,
grade.
he won't have to wear,
Wow.
you won't be restricted on
No
your
uniform.
clothes, is that right?
He goes into 9th grade.
That's good.
Nice.
Wow.
However, I went to high school, through high school, and I had to wear certain, and I thought it was pretty darn good, to tell you the
High
truth.
school. What's the name of high school?
You know, I had to wear a tie,
It's the same school.
a tie and a jacket,
Same school.
which I'm old school then.
Different times.
Old school. But anyway, you'll have
Always look
flexibility
Oh, you're here?
in what it is you want to do. And then, of course, there's Grandma Ginny.
Oh, no. Sophia's here. Go Sophia next.
Sophia.
Come here.
Sophia's back.
It's your turn.
You want to go sit in your chair again, please? Because I didn't talk.
Stand
no-
right there. Grandpa
No,
wants
stand
to
next
talk
to
about
You
Grandpa.
can just stand here, or do you
Stand
want to
next
sit
to
down?
Marcos. Sit with
You want to sit down?
Marcos. Sit on Marcos'
Okay.
lap.
Sit on his lap, honey.
You got it.
Sophia
Yeah. Speech.
had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
Pretty.
You were not always the best in school, were you?
Or was it?
You were.
She can't keep any, she cannot keep a
She
secret.
cannot keep a secret.
Good.
Put
But,
your hands down.
but at other times, she was great in school. So you gotta work on that for next year. But her extracurricular stuff this year has been terrific. Her surfing was just incredible to believe.